Hi all, welcome back to another Tech Connect. I'm Corey. In today's video, we're looking at the Amazon Echo Show devices. Luke, what is your opinion of these devices?
Don't. No.
I'm assuming you've got a bit of an echo going or something is physically wrong.
Yes, I have a problem with my voice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Seriously though, what do you think of these devices?
Well, I'm not a big fan, primarily because I'm a little concerned about the privacy aspect. They are always listening in and gathering your data, and I don't really like that, Corey.
I can see where that's an issue. So obviously privacy is a concern. This is something that has an active microphone. You can turn it on and off. Same with the camera that's built into these devices, but that's something you need to decide. When we've done past videos on the Echo devices, especially the dot or the options without screens, but today we are focusing on the Echo Show model that has a screen, and we're going to touch on a number of differences and why maybe you'd want to choose an option with a screen. That screen is going to provide us built-in magnification and a built-in screen reader. If you're familiar with using magnification on other touch screen devices, it's going to be very similar on the Echo Show. Same with Voice View, the built-in screen reader. A lot of the gestures are going to be the same. Although we won't be focusing on a lot of those gestures, and we won't be focusing on a lot of the steps you use to control the device with your voice in this video, please take a look at our past videos where you can get more in-depth training on how to use your Echo devices. Although all Echo devices have a calendar built in that you can use your voice to control, because the Echo Show has a screen, we're also going to get some visual information. First, let's open up our calendar. Echo, show me my calendar.
Here's what's on the calendar.
Hey, Corey, you do know there's a very important event on the 19th of this month, right?
Oh, well, let me see if I have any on my calendar here. Echo, do I have anything on May 19th?
Corey, there's nothing on your calendar on Friday, May 19th.
Not that important. What did I miss?
Corey, it's my birthday spectacular on May 19th.
Oh, okay. Not just it's a birthday spectacular?
It's the big 4-0.
Ooh, it is spectacular. All right, let me add it to my calendar then, so I'll never forget. Here we go. Echo, add an appointment for May 19th.
Got it, Corey. For what time?
9 a.m.
And what's the name of the event?
Luke's Ridiculous Birthday Spectacular.
Okay, I've added that.
There, and I'll never forget again.
Well, thanks so much, Corey.
You're very welcome. All right, we know it's Luke's birthday. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna make him a delicious chocolate cake. But since I've never done this, obviously I need a recipe. So we are gonna turn to Echo and see what we can find. Echo, get me a recipe for chocolate cake.
Finding some chocolate cake recipes. Okay, for chocolate cake, here's a few recipes.
Echo, show me the first recipe.
Chocolate cake from Epicurious has 4.3 stars. You can ask me for ingredients or say start recipe, and I'll walk you through the recipe step by step.
Echo, start recipe.
Okay, I'll read the directions one step at a time. At any time, you can ask me to move to the next step. Step 1. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease a 9-inch cake pan with grapeseed oil and dust and almond flour. If at any time you take a break and you want to get back to the recipe, just say continue recipe and I'll take you back where you left off.
Echo, next step.
Step 2. In a large bowl, combine the almond flour, cocoa powder, salt, and baking soda. In a medium bowl, combine the agave nectar, eggs, and vanilla extract. Stir the wet ingredients into the almond flour mixture until thoroughly combined. Scoop the batter into the prepared cake pan.
Holy cow, 2 different bowls, 10 different ingredients. No wonder I've never made cake before.
Hey, Corey, my wife and I, we have a Fire TV at home.
Oh, Amazon, good, yeah.
Yeah. We last night we used Alexa. We were trying to watch that movie Cool Runnings. Are you familiar with that?
Oh, I love that. John Candy's one of my favorite.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, the Jamaican team, they go and do the bobsleighing in Canada. Yeah, they're pretty cold for the whole movie. And weirdly, for some reason, Alexa thought that we wanted to watch that Disney movie Frozen instead. Have you seen that one?
I've actually never seen it. Did go on the ride when I was in Disney, but never saw the movie.
Yeah, it ended up being pretty good.
I was gonna say, I assume you turned it off.
No, we actually ended up watching the whole thing. I recommend you check it out.
All right, I'm gonna do it right now.
No.
It's not like we're in the middle of a video. Echo, play Frozen.
Here's Frozen.
A multi-pronged flake spins on its own
And here we have the audio description turned on.
Yeah.
A ring of ice. The ring being the letter O in the title of the film in icy block capitals.
Corey, I thought you told me that you'd never seen that movie.
I haven't. I'm being 100% truthful and honest.
The thing is, though, Corey, I happen to know that you have to pay for that movie, and since it didn't ask you to pay, that means you already owned it.
Just let it go.
Ugh. Anyway, so you can also connect, different apps. Anything that you want to watch, if you have a Prime membership, then you can watch it there, and you can buy stuff from there. And you can also connect to other apps as well, like a Disney Plus or maybe something like Hulu.
Yeah, if you pay for those monthly services, like you said, like Hulu and Disney Plus, then you could add those to your Echo Show and have access to them. My family, we like to sit around the dinner table and watch Survivor while we eat dinner.
So you like to enjoy a meal while watching other people starving.
Exactly. It's the only way I can get my son to eat vegetables. So the way we would do it is just say, Echo, play Survivor from Hulu.
Here's Survivor Season 41, Episode 13.
Season 41.
Yes, 41 people have survived.
They're on fumes. But this is
Just
survival.
hearing Jeff
Every
Probst
epic
makes me
battle
hungry
is
for
that
corn.
one final push. This is the
Echo, what product is this?
Let's see. It looks like Morton iodized salt.
Oh, they're both white. That's close enough. All right, yeah, that was 1 of 10. Well, that's good enough. It's my first time. What does he expect for a cake? I'm gonna put it in the oven here, and we'll let it cook. The Echo Show does give us access to smart home features. We've done a couple past videos including what are some different smart home gadgets you could set up. And we actually did a tour of my house looking at some smart home features.
We did, and Corey, I've got to tell you, you need to clean your house, man.
That is very true. I'm trying to figure out how to get Echo to do that, but it's not one thing yet I can do. But we can also, if you've got a Ring doorbell or other video doorbells, or if you've got video cameras throughout your house, you can actually use the screen on the Echo Show to monitor what that camera feed is showing.
And I assume, because it's getting close to my birthday, that at this point there should be a lot of packages outside your front door, which are going to be gifts for me. So should we check it out?
Yeah, I did not use Echo Prime or Amazon Prime delivery of overnight because I didn't forget anything. So
Of course.
let's find out. Echo, show me the front door.
Okay.
Now, of course, Corey, the Echo is turned away from me, so I can't actually see the screen. But I just know that the audience are going to be seeing a lot of gifts outside the door right now. So if you'd like to put down in the comments there what I'm going to be getting from Corey for my birthday, that would be fantastic.
Hey Luke, I'm so sorry I forgot your birthday, but I brought you to the kitchen because I have a secret surprise for you. Something I've never done, but it's not done yet, so you'll have to wait.
I'm so excited.
You should be excited. Can you smell? Is it giving you a hint
I
at
can
all?
smell something, but it's really weird.
Oh,
Corey, here is your reminder.
oh, what is it?
Take Luke's cake out.
Oh,
No way.
Echo, stop. All right.
Looking forward to this.
You think I'd need a hot pad, but I don't. Well, most of the time I don't try this at home. Here you go. I made it just for you.
See what we
There
got
you go.
here.
Wow! It's amazing, Corey. It's 2 perfect cupcakes and they're even sealed in a packet. How did you cook that?
Call me Mr. Freshly. I'm a big fan of the Echo devices. I mean, if you watch our tour, the tour of my home, you'll know I think I have 17 of these devices throughout the house. So I'm probably not the most unbiased person to do the wrap up, but I do find that from an accessibility standpoint and some of the functionality that we can get from these devices just with our voice is really amazing. But Luke, at the beginning of the video, you mentioned how you weren't a fan.
Yes.
Privacy, don't have one.
Yes.
But at the end, have you changed your mind?
I totally get the utility. I
Okay.
mean, you managed to make these simply incredible cupcakes using
I did.
the Amazon.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, I appreciate that. Am I swayed? No, I still don't want one.
Okay.
But you know, I do think they're cool. I just want to limit the amount of people who are spying on me.
I get it, totally. Make sure you close your blinds tonight. But we want you to spy on us, so go ahead and use that comment section below. Let us know, do you like the Amazon Echo and how do you use it? And also let us know what smart home stuff you might use as well. I'm always interested in that. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, it definitely helps. We also have a new online resource that we really want everyone to know about. You can go to techconnect.vision-forward.org. Sign up for a free account. It takes 36.2 seconds to create that account. Luke timed it. And from there, you're going to have access to a bunch of free webinars, a bunch of assistive technology resources, all on a very accessible site, very easy to browse. So please go ahead and check that out for us.
And if you'd like to get in touch with us, then that only takes a maximum of 12 seconds, and there are 3 ways to do it. You can send us an email, techconnect@vision-forward.org. You can pick up the telephone and call us 414-615-0103, and we have a website, who would have thought? It's vision-forward.org. Make sure to check out our other videos and get in touch if you have questions, and we will look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.